This is Excel Student Reports Management Solution. This solution will enable you to keep track of the student performance in tests, in exam, and also to be able to generate reports. Generate a report that will come with their passport photograph per the term, and also be able to generate the report per mid-term. Okay, so the first part of this section, we have about four or six sections. The first part is the student reports. So from the home, you click on the student reports, the student photo rather. The student photo, you'll be able to insert the student passport photograph. Look at this now. You'll be able to bring in this their passport photograph, but make sure it's within the box. Okay, it's within the box so that it's going to be well captured. Now you can impute. We have made provision for 30 students in a class or 30 pupils in a class. Now you also have the first term, so you can click on first term after imputing all this according to their serial number, and you're going to see that. If I get to the first term, yeah, can you see this is their names? Okay, this person at Yomide is number one. This Shooks is number two. Buhari is number three. Tinubu is number four. Fola is number five. Now, make sure that on the photo section, the passport of Buhari is supposed to be where it should be. The passport of Ayomide, which is number one, should be there. The passport of Shooks, which is number two, should be in number two box. That is why it's going to correlate. Okay, that is one. So let's go back to the first time. In the first time, we have the section of the subject. If you just click by the left hand side, you're going to see the section. So you have the subject. Okay, so just impute. Now we have two tests. Okay, we have two tests. We have the continuous assessment one and the project or continuous assessment two. You can decide to alter any of these. Okay, it can be 2020, but if you change this to 20, for example, it means that you cannot impute 28 or 21 here. If this is 30, it implies that, for example, I cannot type 31. The system will not accept it. Why? Because I've already said the mark is 30. So how would somebody score 31 all over 30? Okay. So if I say enter now, it will complain because that is the way it's designed so that we won't make unnecessary commit unnecessary error. Okay. Now you impute the subject here. Just put your subject here. Impute the subject here. It's editable. Impute the subject here. Now and the score over 100 will be automatically computed the moment you impute the test score. All these are dependent on the student, but this is what the system will generate based on your input. This is the attributes per subject. Now, there we also have the bio data, okay? The information of the student, their class, their age, their gender, their crop, and all that. So just come here. For example, where we have various their class here. So I can decide if this is grade one. I just pick grade one. I don't need to type. Just select if and all that. Nursery one. I pick nursery one. Okay. Their age. The age is already here from 1 to 20. 1 plus, 2 plus, and all that. So we can edit it to suit the system. Okay. So you can just pick the age. You pick the gender. Person is male. You pick the club that they belongs to and all that. These are some of their other bell information. And the house in terms of their sports, just pick it and we can impute more. And we have you impute the numbers of these present also. Now, the next one you have after the biodata is this psycho motive assessment and affectives. Okay, so that has to do with the punctuality, their politeness. You check that, you can score it on this grade of 1 to 5. Okay, and we can also design it to suit your system. Okay, so I can give this 5, this is 2, this is 1, and all that. So you just score them according to your performance, okay, in this aspect. Okay, then you have their position. In per subject, it's going to the system going to generate their position per subject for you. For example, this Ayomide Shola Shooks is number 5th in English, but number 14 in mathematics, number 2, second position in physical education, first position in science, and second position in music, creative arts, first position. And the system will generate all that for you once you've imputed the scores appropriately. Okay. Then we have the comment section. The teachers can comment on each of the students, okay? That, oh, Ayomide is respectful and friendly, is obedient and hardworking. That is for Timothy, shows a lot and all that. You can comment. And the principal can also comment. Or this school is editable. You can change it to the headmaster's comment. It all depends. Can also comment on this past students and all that. Then let's go back to the home. Okay, let's go to the second term now. Second term is just the same way the first term also work. You can navigate through each of these sections by clicking on them. I want to move to the subject. I want to move to biodata, to the psychomotive, to the positions, to the comments. Then I can also move to the grade, which is also listed in the first term. Okay. Then we have our third term. This third term is a bit slight difference because they're going to do some computations from the first term, second term, and third term too. Okay, so let's come to the subject in the first term. Now we have the English language, and this is the score. You enter the score for each of this term. Now we move now to the biodata, which is still the same. Now, mind you, whatever you just come, whatever you pick here is going to reflect. It's going to reflect in all this in your bad data. Most of you just have to select each of them. Will develop it to suit your own purpose. Okay, now the structure of your own organization or your school. Okay, now we have after the biodata, we have the psychomotive, the affective and psychomotive assessment. You just impute all these two, and you'll be able to generate it in the results. Okay. Then you have the difference between the first and the third term, second term, is the section average. Okay. Get the overall section average here per subject for each of the students. Compute their section average. Okay, and their section position per subject. It's just computed. You don't have to do that again. The system will generate it if you have been consistent with imputing the results. The system is going to generate that for you. Okay, now after doing that, you will be able to, if you have imputed, it's just like input. You'll be able to generate a student report at mid-term and at the end of the term, each of the term. Okay, at mid-term, you'll be able to generate this report. Okay, so this is for first term, that is a continual assessment plus exam 1. Okay, so you can pick the student per their student number. Okay, we can design it to suit you the numbering of your own school. Okay, but then this is just like a demonstration for demonstration purpose. Okay, so if this is 1, can you see it's going to generate info of this student? Okay, now Ayomide Shola Shooks is number 1. Is generating the info. His passport, his age, his class, his percentage, and all the scores that are associated. This is what is score, and the teacher's remark also will also be part of what will be generated at the end of, and see the comments of the teacher and the principal will be generated at the end of the term. Okay, of the admit term. Okay, now we also have the term reports. We have the term reports just the same way the midterm work. So you just pick the students and they can see. Now the difference now is that apart from the score, it would show the affective domain, and it show the psychomotor domain also, where we have graded the student according to their performance. You can see for punctuality, if you go back, you see 1. For politeness, you see 5 there. Just the way you to automatically generate this, and the teacher's comment, the head teachers or principal's comment. Try to use the head teacher here, depending on your school. If it's a nursery and primary school, definitely it's going to be the head teacher or whatever it is, name you call them. Now, this just tells you about the grading system. Just tells you about the grading system that is being used here for the affective and psychomotor domain. So you can generate each result for each of the students. You can generate result, and you can decide to pick if you are interested in generating a report for the 3rd term. Just come here and pick the 3rd term. Okay, so this is the report for the 3rd term. Let's pick the number 1 here. So this is every information about the person who is number 1 is going to display at the end once you select number 1. Now, this is just the part 1 of this video and part 1 of the solution. There is a part 2 of the solution where, for those that are interested in sending the results of each of the students per term to the parents, okay, just at the click. That is what the part 2 is going to address. And for also those that are interested in converting each of the student reports to PDF, so that you can either save it or not send it by email at a click. The part 2 will also address it, and might also address being able to send all the reports to printer at a click. The part 2 of this solution and this video is going to address that. Thanks so much.